Hey everyone, Nilay Patel here, and I want to welcome you to the Jesse James Beats Facebook page. Again, my name is Nilay Patel. I'm a author, designer, and the owner of Silver Silk and More. And I am excited to be here tonight because I'm doing what I guess people would call a Facebook hop, which basically I've put together this themed kit called Path to Patagonia. It's my second one from Silver Silk and More. We did Colors of India last time. And boy, was this a fun project because I got to include some of my favorite products from Jesse James Beads. We did a custom bead mix, and Soft Flex Wire got involved. Tierra Cast even came in, and we've been making jewelry right and left on each of their pages, including my own from Silver Silk and More. And my last stop, because I've done this for a full month now, is the Jesse James Beads Facebook page. So I'm excited to open up this kit for you guys. Some of you have already joined the entire tour, and we've made so far 3 jewelry pieces from the same kit, which is pretty awesome. And many of you have gone onto the Silkies group on Facebook and posted a picture of what you've made. And what we're doing in there is if you do enter, by entering, you just post a picture of what you've made. You can win a grand prize on October 1st. That is a Tuesday, so I'll probably hop onto Facebook one more time, do a random project, and I'll announce a winner live for you guys on that day. So please post in the Silver Silk Silkies Facebook group page a picture of something that you've made from the kit. I think there's about 7 kits left. There's not very many. I've got about 13 or so of the extension packs, which look like this. And I've got about 19 of the Path to Patagonia beads. This is a custom mix that Sarah James and the Jesse James Beads team did for me, so you can't find this anywhere else. I think she has some in her store as well, jessejamesbeads.com, or you can find it on silversilkonline.com. A little stuffy here, you guys, sorry. All right, so why don't we flip the camera around, and I'm going to open up this and this and this, and make something with it. I'm so excited. Let's see if I could do one swoop. There we go. All right. First of all, hello, everyone. Thanks for joining in. We've got Suzanne here. We've got Lisa Marie. We've got Donna. James is in. Hey, James. How you doing? All right. So, again, this is my Path to Patagonia. You're greeted with this large crystal and a couple of curious-looking boxes, or packages, I should say. So this does become a little design component, this little crystal that's attached. So something to bear in mind whenever you're making something from this kit. But, hey, Donna is here as well. Hi, Donna. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier or not. All right. So for my price of, I think this is $39.99, so almost $40, you get 2 packages instead of just one small one. Because I don't know about you guys, but I love opening up multiple packages, especially in a kit. That's just so much more fun. So in this one, you receive 2 things. First of all, the Path to Patagonia mix, which I showed you earlier. I do have these individually on sale, or you can grab it in the kit, which does allow for a little bit of a price break. Beautiful mix. I've got one opened up right next to me that I'm going to go through individually here in a minute. And then some Soft Flex Wire. This is a really great addition for this kit because it allows so much creativity and design application, I think. This is the emerald green color, and this is the medium size, which means that it's perfect for the size of the beads that this particular bead mix comes in. But also the emerald green because you can expose the wire and make something really fantastic with it. I just love that it's a colored beading wire, and Soft Flex is such a great brand and very, very reputable for their high-end product line. So those 2 things are included in the kit. Hey, Abby, thanks for joining in. Here we have the silver tin from my company, Silver Silk and More. And in here, I wanted to make sure I feed in so much more of the findings and other materials that you would normally get in a kit so that you can get finished product, finished jewelry pieces. First of all, the beautiful, and of course the only knitted wire out there on the market that's machine knitted. Check this out. This is the antique copper capture chain. So what it is, it's a ball chain, and knitted on top of that is a 34 gauge wire. Again, it is machine knitted, and so that way you get this beautiful, just really supple, soft chain. And it's not like anything out there, that's for sure. It's just a really unusual product, but it's so beautiful and so easy to work with because of its flexibility. Whenever you cut it, it doesn't fray. So if you can check out the end there, I don't have to worry about my wire or anything falling apart. Pretty cool stuff. And it doesn't tarnish either. The wire that it's knitted from, it's coated in such a way that it does not change colors. These are called 4mm terminators, and they are basically sort of an end cap. They have teeth inside of that groove there, so that basically whenever you're using these, all you do is just stick it over your end, and you crimp it with a pair of nylon jaw pliers. You can use chain nose pliers, but I'm worried that it might create nicks or marks on your beautiful finding, and I want to keep it as smooth and not nicked as possible. But these are great for just ending a design if you're worried about, how to secure an end without having to attach any other sort of end cap on it. For example, you get a pair of single strand end caps, which I think we'll be using today. And these have little teeth inside of them too. These also have a little 2mm loop here at the top. And that way, if you are finished with your necklace, you could actually put these on the ends, crimp it with your nylon jaw pliers, and you're good to go. You don't need any glue or anything. The special teeth inside of it grasp onto the ball chain. That way, you've got basically just a one-step process. So you get a pair of those. I'm going to set those out here to the side. Along with that, you get a set of triple strand end caps, and these are not brass, but these are pewter. So they look a little bit different, but pretty much function exactly the same. These have 3 of them in there and inside that channel. And so you can create all kinds of things with this. Triple strand bracelets. You could even do tassels for earrings. I've made all kinds of pairs of earrings with these before. So again, if you're not sure what to do with these, check out my YouTube. If you hop onto YouTube and go to Silver Silk and More, I've got tons of projects using triple strand end caps on there. So I included those for fun. Get a pair of earring hooks with the little stopper there at the end, the little cap, so that way it doesn't fall off your ears. These are components from TiaraCast. I used these last week on the TiaraCast Facebook page. Let me see if I can grab that earring real quick. We made these with these, and boy, were these fun. We used Softflex wire on the inside and hollow mesh, which comes in the extension pack. And then, of course, your Jesse James Beads bead mix. So this was such a fun little project that I got to use these, and we got to do something different, which is more important, I think, in the scheme of growing our artistic skills and trying to just experiment and do different things. So I just threw in some random beads so that they make noise inside of the box, but also you can use them in your design as well. Also, you get a lobster claw clasp, so this is great for finishing those ends in case you don't have a clasp on hand. The cool thing is that all of my findings, you guys, are plated exactly the same, so that way they all match. They all come from the same manufacturer, and he does an incredible job of making sure that all of my colors are same across the board. So that's why it was important to include that clasp as well. Alrighty, that is the main kit. So let's open up the extension pack real quick, and then we'll get to our project. All right. So this one's going to be a little different. The price point of this is a little bit lower. It's about $25, but I just wanted an opportunity because Path to Patagonia is that sort of fire and earth, the earth and ice element components mixed together in the landscape, that you get these beautiful glaciers along with this great landscape. So I think that's what really brought out those colors in this particular bead mix, was those earthy and icy palette that is in the landscape again. And so what I wanted to do was throw in an additional color to symbolize the glacier element of Patagonia. So you get this beautiful This one's called Seashore, I think. If I'm not mistaken, my capture chain, which is this beautiful seafoam color that's knitted over a gunmetal ball chain. So it's just a little bit of a darker tone, which I think is a great color for winter. Oh, it's Shoreline. I don't know why I was calling it Seashore. Shoreline. A little bit of a brain fog there. So that grows, but look how beautiful that just looks together. It's just a great alternate chain for any of your design. As I mentioned earlier, the hollow mesh, which we got to use for the earrings. So that's included in the extension pack. Get some additional beads. This is for my personal mix. Just some Swarovski crystals, some stones, and check glass, and some seed beads in case you need them, which we may or may not end up using tonight. We've also got a pair of 6mm cord ends in case you wanted to create something with cord. You've also got the this is a 2-hole bead slider. Huge addition to these two did not exist before before I came onto this company, and so I was able to develop these for specifically Silver Silk, and the fact that again they do match the same plating as my other products, so that there is major consistency across the board. All right, so many things to work with, you guys. What are we gonna do tonight? Well, that's a good question. I had my little sketch pad here, and I don't know what happened to it. Let's see if I can dig it up real quick. Here we go. All right, so what I was thinking is that we could create a necklace. And what I want to do is I want to kind of revisit a technique that I did before. So that when we take our wire, I want to create a series of loops. I mean, that might be bigger. I want to make sort of this clover shape down here at the bottom. And what I want to do is introduce my Jesse James beads throughout my series of loops here to fill in some of those hollow areas. So that way, this is our knitted wire, these loops here, and then everything else is going to be filled in with beads. So this will be a fun little design. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's a plan though, right? And we gotta start somewhere. So that's the important thing. All right, so we're gonna use our beautiful antique copper capture chain, and I'm gonna half it and determine a size of a loop that I wanna work with. And what we're also going to need that's actually not included in the kit is some 26 gauge soft flex wire. Craft wire particularly, and this is the antique copper color. So whenever I use this, it's gonna literally just disappear into that capture chain beautifully. I'm just gonna need a little piece of this to start out with, because what I want to do is sort of tack my loop down first. So looks like I kind of want to maybe about that big. This is about 1 inch or so, give or take. So what I'm gonna do is actually just slide it through my knits from one side to the other. And this is one of the beauty attributes of knitted wire, is that you can actually manipulate it as much as you want to your heart's content because of the loops that are in there. I don't know of any other chain that can really do that. All right, what I'm doing is just twisting it around. You can definitely use the assistance of your chain nose pliers to get that wire nice and tight. Just like that. And now what I'm going to do is just bend it down and probably trim it accordingly. Right there. So basically I've tacked it down, and I just want to feel it with my fingers so that I know that it's not poking out. And now what I want to do is oops, sorry about that, you guys. All right, so that looks like a good size right there. And you can either do it front or to the back, just whatever your comfort level is. And I'm gonna need some more wire. This is quite handy. I love this craft wire. It's super soft, super thin, really easy to work with. Actually, I think I'm gonna go top side up because it's gonna be easier on my little fingers to do that. So that looks to be about a good size. You do want to be as symmetrical as possible. You may even end up using straight pins to kind of help you. Oh, look at that clover just happening. That's really great. I kind of like that I can see my lines from the top side up as well. It just looks a little different. So we'll go with that. Let's see where that gets us. Oh, guys, I forgot to mention, if you're watching, you can share this video, and though I haven't discussed it with Jesse James Beads, I think they would be more than happy to do a giveaway on Friday of this week for liking and sharing this video. And this has sort of been a trend for each one of my tours that I've been doing. But we enjoy and want you guys to create as many things as you want to your heart's content, and I think this is a great way to help us out, and we will definitely help you out. So do like and share the video, and you'll be automatically entered into a grand prize drawing. Well, not a grand prize, but maybe a smaller prize. The grand prize is actually on October 1st. If you purchase the Path to Patagonia bead mix, create something, and then post it to the Silver Silk Silkies Facebook group page, you'll be automatically entered for a grand prize drawing on that one. So my loops are a little bit too big, so I'm going to adjust that real quick while we're sitting here talking. There we go. Again, another great attribute of working with knitted wire is that you can adjust as many times as you want to get the perfect size. All done with just wire. Cool, okay. If you're uncertain about things holding, you can absolutely put in more wire. Staples, as I would probably refer these things to. That way you can be sure that it holds perfectly in place. There we go. And if things tend to kind of get distorted here, you can absolutely straighten out your wire. Sometimes that happens as you're holding multiple things at once, but the good news is that this is like the hardest part of this whole thing. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a minor adjustment to make this happen. Not bad. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and twist this all together. Surprisingly, it does hold. As you can see, there's my frame to my design. So now I can start to add in beads and stuff in between. If you wanted to do another series of loops, you could absolutely do that. Maybe something smaller. Ooh, I kind of like that because it looks like a leaf. And you know what season we're coming into? That's right, people. Fall is finally here. I don't know. Should we do another one? It was kind of fun, actually. Ooh, let's see. Wait a minute. There we go. I'm trying to read some comments as we go along here. I always forget to do that. Ooh, maybe we should, because that kind of looks fun. Like a little maple leaf or something. I don't know. My imagination just runs wild. Sarah Ellis, my buddy, my creative buddy here, says do another one. So we're going to do another one real quick. All right. Some smaller ones to just kind of cap this off here. All right. So Sarah is going to do some videos for Silver Silk, you guys. She is really making a comeback with her presence in the jewelry making world, and I am so thrilled that she's doing videos for Jessie James Beads, and now she is doing some videos for Silver Silk and more. So the time has changed, though. We're going to do early morning. I believe it's going to be 12 Eastern time. You can catch her on Thursdays. So I'll still have my Tuesday tunes. So you'll be learning from me and from her. And she's got an amazing taste and skill set, and I'm just so happy to work with her. And I know many of you out there enjoy seeing her work and her process as well. So it's going to be one big creative community. All right. As you could see, I'm just like, I think honestly, probably using straight pins would be much easier for you guys. I'm used to holding stuff with my fingers quite a bit, so this isn't too difficult for me. But if you're trying this for the first time, I do suggest probably some straight pins might be easier. So there we go. So once I get my loop secure, it should be really good. There we are. Perfecto. All right. Again, just twist it. And I just simply kind of lift it up and trim it. You can point the wires really any direction that you want to, as long as it's not going to poke out. So put it right there. Oh, look at that. Kind of shortened up my necklace, but that's all right. We can always add beads at the end or something else to make it a little bit longer. But I got my basic shape down, which is really fun to work with. Okay, so now the question is what do we want to fill this up with? We got to pick some beads now. All right, as I mentioned, this beautiful, look at that, Path to Patagonia. And I must say, I worked with Sarah James on this, and I was like, I have this mood board. I've got some colors pulled together, and I want to create something with this. So she said, okay, I got this. I'm going to help you out. So she came up with this bead mix that really hit the nail on the head. She gave us some bears, which are adorable. Beautiful assortment of vintage Lamport beads. Whoops. Look at those. This truly, this palette matched exactly what I had on that piece of paper that I gave to her. So this was absolutely perfect. We got some great little tassels. Look at these beauties over here. This little waterfall tassel. Again, going with the waterfall and glaciers and all this sort of icy landscape. Look at these Lamport beads. Aren't those beautiful? Love that. Great hues of greens and teals, and you get all sorts of check glass. You get these great metal leaves. I love those. So I'm anxious to see what we can use on our little leaf design here. Let me clear some stuff out of the way, you guys, real quick. Here we go. And let's get to figuring out what we want to do. So we could add these giant ones here if we wanted to. I don't know if that would actually draw this whole thing down, so we may have to be a little careful with those. We could do, let's see, what do we want to do up here? We can do these gray ones over here, maybe. And then I want to do something in that space. Do we add this guy in? Or is that too much? That might be too much. We've also got this mini mix that is in the extension pack as well. So we might throw out some seed beads in there if we need to fill up some extra space. Let's see. We've got There's so many different combinations of things that we can do. We could even add the waterfall tassel down here. I really love these, and I'd love to use them somewhere. I don't know if these work their way into here. Just the level of detail in these beads is just amazing. We've got this bead. Or what if we put this one down here, maybe? That might work, because I think the weight of that bead, plus I just love what this color is doing down here. I think that would require a little bit more of a nested area at the bottom there. What we can do is put this one up here. There's actually 2 of these in the kit, but I don't know where I threw the other one by accident. I'm sure it's laying on the floor here somewhere. So that leaves this area in the middle here. So we could, I have got these big ones. So maybe we do those, and then we put something else on the other side. Maybe that one. It all just kind of comes together funny enough. Look how just like that, those beads just fill it up instantly with such great magic and sparkle. Oh, there we go. And all I'm going to be using, you guys, is pretty much just wire to secure all this. So it should be pretty easy. All right. I love that. I think I get these great balance of color hits everywhere that I need to. So what was I going to do? I was going to do something else, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, I think I might need something in here. So we could probably add these little guys to the side to finish our pendant. So it's going to be pretty full of beads, but that's okay. It's going to look great. The idea that I want to do is I think I'm going to start with the middle and work our way down, and we can secure it within the knitted wire somewhere over there is the great idea. So again, we might need the help of some of our seed beads that are in the little mini mix there in case we need to pull some colors or pull something there for the extra space to compensate. So what I'm going to do is actually go ahead and add some smaller seed beads on the either side, on both sides of this, and then kind of just measure it with my eyes here. So about right there. I'm going to grab this side so that my beads don't fall out. And you can simply just go straight through the knitted wire. Same thing on this side. You can work with both sides at the same time, or you can work with one side, get it done, and then go for the other side. There's really no right or wrong answer to that. It does look like I need a bead over here. So again, I can just continue to use what's in my mix. I don't need anything additional. It just depends. I have these crystals too from the mini mix. Maybe we use those. There we go. Or do I use these? Choices. So many choices. I think I like the crystals the best though. Or do I use these? Kind of goes with the same earthy palette. I don't know. Choices, people. But we're gonna go ahead and continue ahead here. So I'm gonna lift this up carefully, and I'm gonna work with the one side first. Donna says, Nile, this is gorgeous. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. So I think I can go through here. This is, I used this technique before in another design, but I think I simplified it then. So this is truly like I think that design maxed out from what it was before. But it's interesting. It's one of those that probably lends itself well to many different types of variations. Okay, I'm going to go through both of these. Again, just pulling on my wire gently. And now I can string my he, she, my crystal and Hishi. Once you have it laid out on your table, it should be pretty easy to kind of work with from there. What I'm going to do is just curve this so that it just sticks out a little bit, enough to fill in the that large loop that I have there, and then go straight up through the knitted wire just like that. You may have to untwist some of your wire just to make it work. There we go. Cool. All right, I think I'm going to stop there on that side, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in the other side while we're here. There we go. Okay. Moving right along, people. Sarah says, love how you can stitch with silver silk. It's really unusual, isn't it? The more I work with this, because I have worked with silver silk since 2014, so that's almost 5 years now. But I always discover weird new ways to use it, especially as my involvement with other companies and their products grows. It's just funny to see how it all kind of combines and works together so beautifully. I was at one point stitching with needle and thread through knitted wire. Now I'm doing it with smaller gauged wire. So you never know what kind of design discoveries you will make along the way. All right. There we go. Now imagine the combinations that you guys can do with this. I'm wondering what other ways can we stitch with this, especially with the different types of beads that we have available in that mix. All right, there we go. Perfect. The good part of stitching with the wire is that it actually adds a lot of structure to this. That way your design just holds up beautifully. Because it was a little bit floppy before, but now it's not, in other words. All right, so these will go there, and then we're gonna just push this through here. And I'm thinking that I can add this guy. Oops. Actually, I want to add him this way. Perfect. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. So easy. So the hardest part was probably tacking this whole thing together, and then adding in the beads was just nothing in comparison to it. So I'm probably just going to add this guy in and then twist that wire together, because that's all I need to do at this point. But I get this massive pendant out of it. Just really cool. Massive beaded pendant, you guys. I love it. But I'm wondering, I bet I could just hide my wire inside of the knitted wire like I did before. I just twist it a few times, and then I'm just gonna trim and probably twist a couple more times. Tuck it away. There we go. I like that hit of blue at the bottom. How about you guys? Beautiful, look at that. Easy peasy. So now I have to figure out how to attach this other stuff together. I think that might be too small to pass in through there, but we can use a little jump ring, which I have some up here somewhere. Oops. Let's see. Aha! We just have some jump rings handy. Now again, you could also switch off and just do the crystal too. Do a better wire wrap job than I did, but you can imagine like that would be a nice complement to these two crystals up here. Just another design thought. Design musing, if you will. But for now, let's just add this tassel in. go. And I'm just gonna, string it through the knitted wire and attach our end caps, and we will have a necklace on the go. There we are. Perfect. And then, as I said, let's add on our end caps. Here we go. Remember what I said earlier, use your nylon jaw pliers. So I just simply strung it on through that crimp. You can use your nylon jaw pliers to give it a good press. Just like that. And then attach your clasp. Again, this is all stuff from the kits, you guys. I didn't add anything besides that wire. And maybe that spare jump ring, I didn't add anything new. But again, comes back to the point that I just love how all my end cap plating and my toggle clasps match. I mean, that to me, very important consistency. And my jump rings too, mind you. That's also another thing that matches. So, all right. All right, we got a finished product, you guys. I'm so excited. Let me put some of this stuff away and just have a quick look at this. Ugh. Massive pendant. We got this beautiful waterfall tassel. We learned how to stitch together with wire these beautiful loops and pass beads through them with some 26 gauge soft flex wire, and we finally learned how to put this end cap in. So I will take a photo of this and post it to the Silver Silk Silkies Facebook group page. And I hope you guys will pick up a kit. You can still grab one. I think there's about 7 left from silversilkonline.com. They look like this, and you shall see it in the top menu called Path to Patagonia. Alongside that, I still have packages of this bead mix left, and I think I've got a few of those extension packs as well. So you'll have the full suite, the full hookup, with all of those great products that I just used today. Other than that, please post to the Silver Silk Silkies. If you don't know about the group, check them out. We're a fun bunch, always posting some beautiful designs, getting inspired by each other, and it's just a great creative love fest community, and I am so thrilled to be a part of it. You can also check out my work on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and check out Silver Silk and More, you will also see my face in some older Jesse James Beads videos as well, because I used to do so many for them. Still do to this day. We love collaborating together, and we just bounce each other's ideas off of each other, and get inspired that way too to make even more projects for you guys. So what else? We're on Instagram. Some of these products are also available on SoftFlexWire or SoftFlexCompany.com. So we're all over the place, but we love it. We want you guys to easily find us. Again, Sarah Ellis will be on this Thursday at 12 Eastern Time, 12 noon. And I will continue my Tuesday Toots at 5:30 in the evening Central Time. And guys, it's my video tonight, so keep it creative, keep it fun. I love each and every one of you. Please message me if you have any questions on Facebook. I respond to that very quickly, and we'll try and get you an answer to your question. And until next time, I will see you here again soon. Mwah! Good night.